They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. I agree. It absolutely is. You know what else I think though? I think a video tells a story. And that's exactly what I'm here to do, to tell a story. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Adventures on Tour. So video tells a story. Well, that's pretty philosophical for a guy like me. But hey, I'm not even sure if I come up with that. It was just catchy. I've been saying it for a while. If it's somebody else's, I apologize. If it's new and original, hey, mark this date, March 31st, 2024 at about 3:40 Eastern Daylight Time in the afternoon. Anyways, welcome to Adventures on Tour. YouTube's been on me a little bit lately to create like a channel intro video, as my channel is starting to grow pretty substantially the last year or so. I mean, yeah, at time of filming, I'm only at like 700 subscribers. But YouTube has become so saturated with content of just about everything. It's really gotten hard to really get any traction unless you get into like that niche market. Well, a general lifestyle channel by somebody that's only doing, you know, maybe a video a month, sometimes 2 or 3, depending on you know, boating season. I put out almost one a week there near last fall. But my goal is not to retire and make a living off YouTube. I mean, that would be an honest thing, but I'm almost at retirement now. You know, unless I was to win it big at the lottery and be able to retire that way, then maybe I would start doing this more often. But still, to me, it's not something I want to do to make a living at, mostly because it's actually very hard nowadays. Last I heard, YouTube is paying somewhere between ½ cent per view. So do that math. You know, you see these videos out there with 200,000 and 300,000 views, and that's really only making, you know, maybe $1,000 for the creator. The money, for the most part nowadays, I'll move this way because there's people coming up behind me. Money nowadays is in specialized content on things like Patreon or Google channel memberships. And ironically, I'm over that level to start running channel memberships, and it's not something I ever see myself doing. Like I said, I'm not in this for the money. I'm in this just to share my experiences. That was the whole reason I started the channel in the first place. My wife and I have got to that stage in life where we're pretty much empty nesters, and we're doing a lot more traveling, seeing a lot more interesting things. And you know, you can put pictures up on some of the social media sites, and it's really hard to describe, you know, what you're seeing, or if there's something key in the picture you've caught you want people to see. So that's when, probably 6 or 7 years ago, I started dabbling in some video editing and just throwing a few little things up on YouTube here and there, mostly when I was doing some motorcycle trips, things like that. Well, that has grown substantially in a couple things. I've done a couple product review videos that have, you know, I've got one over 100,000 views. It's like 120,000 views or something now. So, you know, that's pretty substantial for a channel. At the time when I put it out, it was only 300 subscribers. So, yeah, you know, here's the basic intro. Adventures on Tour. Where'd the name come from? Well, believe it or not, it wasn't my first idea. It wasn't my second or third. It was probably about the 9th or 10th one I come up with. Trying to find something somewhat original that kind of talked about what we do. And I hear people over there, so we'll work back this way a little bit. I was trying to come up with a name because to cover the basic lifestyle of what we do. And most of the stuff I could come up with off the top of my head, there was channels already taken. Now, they weren't big channels. They were, you know, they had 2 and 3 subscribers or no subscribers. I didn't want to do something though that already had a channel name or a similar name in use. I wanted to be somewhat original with it. And that's where I came up with Adventures on Tour. And what's it mean? Well, my wife and I do love a good adventure. However, we're also a little reserved on how much of an adventure we're willing to take. We are definitely not the kind of person that would, or people that would throw backpacks on and go hike the North Shore of Vancouver Island or something, or, you know, cross the Grand Canyon with nothing but a backpack and a sleeping bag. No, we like our adventure. We like to do it on tour. And by that meaning, if you watch any of our videos, especially our cruises, we do the excursions. Sorry, yeah, we talk to people on the boat. Oh yeah, hey, we're gonna go snorkeling, we're going diving. We just get off the boat, wander over, find some place, jump in the water, or find some random tour company and go with them. Well, we don't live life that adventurously. We do like a little structure when it comes to our adventures, and hence on tour, that's where that comes from. We like our adventures, but we're gonna do it on a tour. We like to know where we're going, when we're going, and how we're getting there. Not a whole lot of the random stuff. And like most YouTube channels, the big ones, we're not off in some exotic place. Well, I mean, admittedly, we like to do a couple cruises a year. You know, we've done Alaska, we've done Caribbean, did the Panama Canal. All those videos available on the channel. Sometimes it's also just what's in your own backyard. We've got a couple books, you know, that we bought. We're here in Southern Ontario, and our local bookstore, believe it or not, you can still buy books. And, you know, the cool landmarks of Ontario, or the back roads of Ontario, things that show these little interesting historic, or sometimes just natural, little out of the way places. We'll grab the book, jump in the car, and that's our tour. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the intro. If you did, please like the video, subscribe, and watch for some pretty interesting content, because let me show you what's in my backyard. But a suspension bridge 30 feet across a gorge right in your backyard. Do you know how few people know about this? This is the Rainy Gorge Suspension Bridge in Campbellford, Ontario. We're like an hour and a half east of Toronto. Ottawa's 2.5 that way. I work with people every day that have no idea this bridge is here, and it's been here almost 20 years. It's amazing what you find if you just look in your own backyard some days.